So let's get straight into the video. What is a dry fast? A lot of people on this channel are already aware of water fasting, but a lot of people, when I mention dry fasting, have no clue what it is. So this video is going to be one of the most detailed informational videos on this subject. So if you want to learn all the details on this, make sure you watch this video from start to finish. So a dry fast, there is two different types of dry fast. First off, there's a soft dry fast. So what you would do is abstain from all food sources and liquid sources. So not having any consumption of these whatsoever. Unlike a water fast, where you just abstain from food and you can still consume water, you actually remove all of the liquid sources as well. So this is why it's called a dry fast, but that is a soft dry fast. If you're going to do a hard dry fast, which it is very, very hardcore for people. It's one of the most intense types of fasting that you could do, because what you're doing on top of a soft dry fast, you're also not coming into contact with any water whatsoever. So not brushing your teeth with water, not having any showers or baths or swimming in a swimming pool or in the sea. So you're abstaining from it completely in every way possible, with water specifically. With water. And what I will say is, from my own personal experience with experimenting with soft dry fast and hard dry fast, I actually prefer hard dry fasts, because what I have found is it seems to get me into a deeper fasted state way sooner than a soft dry fast. And the reality is, the quicker you can get into a deep fasted state, the quicker you're going to start to get benefits, and then throughout your fast it's just going to give you the greatest benefits that you possibly could get. If you're new to dry fasting, it could be good to just experiment with soft dry fasting. I say anyone can pretty much do this. It is very, very easy, but the jump from that to a hard dry fast, not for everyone. It wasn't for me when I first started experimenting with this, but a lot of people are going to find that this is way more intense to do. And a lot of people will say, well, coming into contact with water on your skin, your body doesn't absorb it whatsoever, due to a variety of different reasons that they explain, which you can search up online. And what I say is, when I've been in a hard dry fast and then I've decided to go and swim in the sea, I live in an amazing place known as Koh Phangan, Thailand, which is a Thai tropical island, that I felt dehydrated before, and then I go in the sea, and then all of a sudden I don't feel dehydrated anymore whatsoever. So from my own experimentation, personally, I haven't found it true whatsoever where people say that coming into contact with water won't have any effect on your hydration levels whatsoever. With dry fasting, you could do intermittent dry fasting, which I do almost every single day, normally for around 20 to 22 hours. And I can tell you now, and I've talked about this in some videos before, I'll go into a little bit in detail in this video, but if you want to learn more, click the video link up above. And that is that I have just found that intermittent dry fasting is way superior than intermittent or water fasting. As I said earlier on, it just speeds it up. The benefits you're getting from intermittent fasting, due to the reasons mentioned earlier on, it just gets me into a deeper fasted state and other people that are doing this, so then I can get the greatest benefits when I'm doing intermittent fasting. And I would recommend anyone, when you start to experiment with dry fasting, don't do multiple dry fasting days whatsoever. First start off with, say, like a 20 to 24 hour dry fast, and then if you want to experiment with multiple days of dry fasting, then you could move on to that. But it's good just to get used to dry fasting first, rather than just going straight into deep end and maybe doing it for days and days and days in a row, if that's what you feel drawn to do, because you really want your body to just get used to dry fasting. You want to feel comfortable with doing it as well, and just so you can make sure that you feel that it is safe for you to do, and you overcome any belief systems or worries or fears that you may have around doing dry fasting, which a lot of people have when they have no understanding or experience with it. And what I say is, with intermittent dry fasting, when you finish your last meal within your eating window, and then you're going to go into the fasted state and wait until the next day to eat, you can eat whatever food you want to finish off your eating window. But if you're doing multiple days, you don't want to just go straight from eating like loads of salty cooked food and other foods that are very dehydrating, and fast with dry fasting for multiple days in a row. So you want to be a bit more specific with this. So if you're going to jump into a multiple day dry fast, which is longer than a day, I would recommend that when you stop eating, that you load up on a lot of watermelon or other high water content fruits, and even things like baking soda to really alkalize the body and the kidneys, because your urine can become quite acidic on a dry fast, and you can end up with lower back pain here, which can be very uncomfortable for people. I wouldn't even necessarily call it pain, but discomfort. And this can prevent this from happening if you do this prior to going into a dry fast. If you want to experiment with multiple days of dry fasting, I definitely recommend following that advice that I've just given you. And it's best if you have no experience with prolonged dry fasting, then yeah, you could do like a 36-hour one and then experiment with 48 hours. Start increasing your time that you are dry fasting for multiple days in a row, rather than say like doing a 24-hour one and that's your first one, then you jump straight into a 7-day one. That could be very, very dangerous for you to do. You may be wondering, well, how long can you dry fast for? Well, if you're doing a soft dry fast, you're going to be able to fast for more days in a row than a hard dry fast, but there is people that have done hard dry fasts for like 7 days or more. But these are people that have a lot of experience and knowledge with dry fasting. So be warned, I'm not necessarily recommending this to the majority of people. Most people will never need to do this type of dry fasting where you're doing it for so many days in a row. And I'm telling you now, this is the best way to lose excess water weight and fat at the same time. So if you want to get a really low body fat percentage like myself, yes, it's going to give you the weight loss results 3 times faster. And I found before, when I did a 24-hour hard dry fast, I lost around 10 pounds of weight. Yes, 10 pounds of weight. So it makes you lose weight like crazy. And if you're someone that's already got muscle mass and not excess body fat, and you want to get way more ripped and shredded, as they call it, and just be like having wafer thin fat on your body where you can hardly pinch it at all, it's really going to help you go in that direction. And yeah, if you haven't got open-minded people around you, don't tell them you're doing a dry fast. Most people are going to say, what are you doing? You're so crazy and extreme. You're going to kill yourself and you're going to die and all this crazy stuff. So yeah, just if you haven't got the right type of people around you that are just going to trust in what you're doing and not throw loads of negativity at you, which can have a negative effect on you doing a dry fast, or it could prevent you from even doing a dry fast, because you could take on board what they're saying and get so scared and be in that fearful state like most people are in their everyday life with many different things. And don't forget, as I mentioned, dry fasting is one of the most intense forms of fasting, so do not try and exert yourself loads. So sitting in a sauna for hours and hours and hours could burn you out and make you feel like garbage, and really make you have an electrolyte imbalance, which is not good for you whatsoever and could be quite dangerous. And don't go doing loads and loads of intense exercise. I'm not saying don't do any exercise or saunas or other various things as well that exert the body and can deplete it a little bit, but just don't push yourself too hard with dry fasting, because yeah, it could just get you into a territory with it which is a bit unsafe and dangerous for you. But something that's really amazing is it's way harder to actually have an electrolyte imbalance with dry fasting in comparison to water fasting, because when you're drinking water throughout the whole day and doing a water fast, you're peeing quite a bit and you're flushing out loads of electrolytes. So I've found from my own personal experience that the dry fasting makes you feel way better due to me not urinating as much and not peeing out as many electrolytes. So that's it from me today in this video. If you'd like me to make any more videos on dry fasting, let me know down below. I'll make them for you as soon as possible. If you like the video, like it down below, leave your questions down below, and don't forget to share and subscribe to receive a lot more videos from me on specific topics such as dry fasting, water fasting, intermittent fasting, weight loss, and many other videos that can help you go in the direction to gain and maintain the body that you desire, the fitness levels and the energy levels as well. Like I've managed to, and many other people that have followed my information consistently over time, to get those results and many other amazing life transformative benefits as well. So as always, stay fit, stay energetic, and go get those gains. Peace.